Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is a very important video because I know that for many of you that are just coming to the game, you want to know, is it worth it to pull in the current banner that is available? Where should I be using my pulls? How does the gacha system works? Everything that you need to know about that is going to be provided to you in this video real quick. Right? So let's start with, again, coming here to the gacha section of the game. I have to let you know that the game is going to give you actually a very big amount of pulls whenever you start playing, right? You are going to get approximately 140 to 130 pulls that you can use on the limited banner, and you can get probably more than 230 pulls that you can get on the permanent banner, right? That's a lot. That's definitely a lot, and I will be telling you why. And now, there is also going to be a banner that is a selector banner. Just keep in mind that whenever you see the selector banner, you will see the name of the unit that is selected right here, and there is going to be a magnifying glass on this side. Click on the magnifying glass and then select the unit that you want to pull. Which brings us to the first and one of the most important parts of this particular video, which is who should you be getting with the selector, right? Who is the unit that you should be getting with the selector? There are 4 options in the selector. You're going to be able to pull for, let's see here. You're going to be able to pull for either Arnis, Bernice, Monica, or Chloe, right? Out of all these 4 units, only 2 options are actually the true option that you should be going for, right? Either Chloe or Arnis. What happens with Arnis is that if you put a single dollar in the game, you can get this unit, which is a top tier PvE and even PvP unit in the game. So there is no reason for you to not do that. I mean, it's a single dollar, guys, and that would also, you can also use that single dollar to buy an additional temple that you can use. So why not, all right? And you get other benefits as well, right? And then if you get Arnis that way, then get Chloe. If you're not going to be getting Arnis because you're completely free to play and you don't want to spend a single dollar in this game, then go with Arnis, right? Because Arnis can work without Chloe without any problem, right? And probably down the road you can get another healer, right? Or you can get Chloe, and then yeah, you're going to be fixed. I mean, Chloe is really important, but do you completely and absolutely need her for your team to work? I don't think so, right? There are definitely options that you can use, right? But she's definitely really good to have on your account, right? So that said, keep in mind that whenever you roll in that banner, and in the first initial banner we are going to be getting Yuri for free, right? Whenever you get to roll in those 2, the 10 coins that you would have gotten, right? Sorry, not 10, right? The first 10 would be added to the permanent banner, and the other 40 that you have to use to guarantee the other character, let's hope that all of you get it with the first temple, all right, would be added as well to the exchange system here that I was made aware that for other games it is called a spark system. It's pretty much the way it works is that you are going to be gathering this little currency that you can then use to directly exchange for a character later, right? So let's say for the promotional banner, you can come here, and as soon as you have 120, so if you do 120 pulls and you don't get the character, you can immediately get the character with those 120 pulls that you can see here, right? And the same goes for the permanent banner, but in the permanent banner, you need 200 for you to be able to get a character. So since I already gave you the calculation at the beginning, you are actually able to guarantee getting the character that is in the radar banner, and you have enough to guarantee one character that you want to get from the permanent banner or a weapon, right? Yeah, it's your choice, right? You can select whichever one you want, right? And I most of the times will recommend a weapon. Weapons are really important in the game, especially there are a couple of them. You can see my video about weapons, and that would help you a lot, right? I'm pretty sure. So then now you would be asking, right? So okay, so what's the pity? Where's the pity? You have not say anything about pity. Okay, so that's something a little bit, well, maybe a little bit shocking for you guys, but there is no pity system in the game. You can just guarantee the character after 120 pulls. Is it possible that you pull 120 times and you don't get the character? For sure it is possible, yeah? But let me show you something about the drop rates, right? As you can see, you have a total of 2% chance of getting a 5-star character. It's a 2% chance. In comparison, with like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, I don't know, Tower Fantasy, right? The drop rates are much lower. For Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Race, ZZZ, and Wuthering Waves is 0.6% chance to get a 5-star. Here is 2%. 1% of that 2% is for you to get the character that is in the limited banner, and the other 1% is divided between 75% of you getting any of the regular units, or getting one of the light and dark units that are available in the game, and that most of the times are actually very, very good. Out of these 4 units that are available in the light and dark options, the best one are going to be Sion and Libertas, right? Not that these two are bad, it's just that these two are way better when it comes to the general content and also generally in PvP as well, right? So that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. Just keep in mind, guys, I was just doing a calculation. I made sure to try to confirm, right? How often would you get a 5-star in this game whenever you are pulling? Well, in average, right? In average, you would be getting a 5-star every 50 pulls. In my particular experience, I have done, as you can see, 224 pulls in this banner. With the first 160 pulls that I did, I got a total of 7 5-star characters. One of them was Ivy. And after that, I did a temple here, and I got the weapon with that temple, right? So that was my experience. I'm not saying that you're going to get 7 5-star characters just by pulling here, right? It's just my experience. Now, most important thing out of this video is where should you be pulling, right? Because most of the people, I remember when the game launched, there was a lot of people recommending to pull in the permanent banner. And the logic was that in the permanent banner, you can select whichever other character you want. And the general consensus for people is that for some reason they think Ivy is a bad character, which is not. This character is actually really, really good, and it's going to be helpful a lot for you in PvE content later on in the game. I have gotten my ass beaten by an Ivy in PvP as well, so I know that this character can actually be a total and complete menace. So don't let other people tell you that you need to pull in the permanent banner. You don't lose anything by pulling in the current limited banner, right? If you don't get the unit there, it doesn't matter because you're accumulating for whenever another unit comes out that you really, really want, then you are going to be using the coins to get that particular unit, right? Or if you get her, right, the unit that is in the banner, you can continue to pull because dupes are actually really, really good, and you actually want to have at least the dupe number 2 for this character. You can see my guide on dupes as well if you want to know more about that, right? And yeah, so always use all your gems, all the gems that you need, that you can use for pulling, only use them in the limited banner. Oh no, I don't want to use them in this particular limited banner. Then save them. Save your gems. Don't use the gems on the permanent banner. Permanent banner is 200 for you to guarantee a character. And according to the calculations I gave you before, you would not get enough gems and enough pulls for the permanent banner to guarantee that you are going to be able to take 2 characters or 2 weapons out of it. You will be short for like 40 pulls or 20 pulls for you to be able to do so. When very, very easily you can just get a character for 120, saving 80, right? And remember, any gacha, we know for sure that the most important thing is the characters that are going to be coming in the future banners. Yes, previous units are going to be important and really good, and they are going to be really good for the beginning of the game, but what you want is whatever is going to be shiny and new. So again, for the love of God, just save your gems and don't use them in the permanent banner. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say today. Just I have done this. I'm following my own advice. I never use a single gem on the permanent banner. But there is something that is available for the permanent banner that I think that it may be worth it, especially if you have the monthly subscription that gives you 100 gems every day, because then you can get 100 by completing the quest, right? You can get 100 completing your daily quest, and then you get 100 with this. Then you're getting a total of 200. Then you would have every single day a pool that is going to be half the price. So you would need 160 to buy buff pools. And that's actually pretty good because you may be really lucky and get a 5-star out of one of those two pools. And the other thing is that you continue to build your coins. So for whenever you reach the 200, then you can get a new and shiny character as well. Something else that's really important is that as soon as this banner ends, the banner goes to the permanent banner. It says here right away, when the standard recall period ends, the demonics and remementos included in it will appear in the next version's standard recall. This is badly translated. It should be saying here limited recall period, right? But it's saying standard, right? But it's understood, right? Whenever this ends, all of these units that are here and the weapon are going to the permanent banner. So if you miss that, but you're doing the trick or continue to, build your PD here or build your guarantee here in the permanent manner, then you eventually will be able to get that character that you missed before. This game is great. I love this game. This game loved me as well. I'm having a lot of luck in this game. So just want to say, guys, that give it a try. This game is great and it's going to be a blast for you. See you in the next one. Peace.